Welcome back to Coast Magazine. Before the break, we were talking about all the different holidays celebrated at this time of year. But it seems that Christmas is to winter holidays what Kleenex is to facial tissue, basically a synonym. But have you ever wondered where all the Christmas traditions come from? Why does Santa climb down a chimney and give us red and white presents under a pine tree? Why do we hang stockings over the fireplace? And what's the deal with flying reindeer? Well, there's one theory out there that'll blow your mind. Well, not so much blow it, more like alter its state. Historians, authors, and theologists have developed a theory that Christmas traditions and Santa Claus folklore can all be traced back to the Amanita muscarium mushroom, which grows in the northern hemisphere around late December. These red and white mushrooms are poisonous if eaten raw and cause vomiting, nausea, and loss of balance. But if dried, they are said to produce a hallucinogenic effect, including euphoria and clarity of thought. Either way, I don't recommend eating them, but rather ingest the story of their relationship to Christmas traditions. Here goes. According to some historians, the persona of Santa comes from shamans in the Arctic regions and Siberia, who, hundreds of years ago, would gather these mushrooms, dry them, and give them out as gifts during the winter solstice. In the wild, these mushrooms grow under pine trees, which may explain the Christmas tradition of putting presents under Christmas trees. After picking them in the forest, the Siberian shamans would dry the mushrooms by hanging them on trees, like our modern ornaments, or stringing them up, much like the way we string popcorn, or place them in stockings and dry them over the fireplace, similar to our gift-bearing stockings. Is this blowing your mind like it did mine the first time I read this theory? Well, it gets crazier. The theory claims that hundreds of years ago, when the Siberian shamans brought these mushrooms to people, they couldn't use the front doors of the teepee-like structures the Siberians lived in, because it was usually snowed in. So these gift-bearing shamans would enter homes through smoke holes or chimneys. Reindeer, which are common in Siberia, in fact seek out and eat this hallucinogenic mushroom, which may explain Rudolph's nose looking like an Amanita button. And according to Donald Pfister, a biologist who studies fungi at Harvard University, Siberian tribesmen who may have ingested the Amanita muscaria could have possibly hallucinated that their reindeer were flying. Curious, isn't it? Was Santa Claus a Siberian shaman who brought hallucinogenic mushrooms to people in their homes to celebrate the winter solstice? I don't know, but the theory sure is fun to delve into while cozying up next to the fireplace on a holiday night. Google it and check out this theory online for yourself. It's a real trip.